My name's Mitch with Langdon Tactical, and we have a solution for this. When we set out to design the Langdon Tactical Heat Shield, we had two goals in mind. The first is to protect the shooter from getting burned by the hot barrel of the shotgun, and the second was to better integrate your weapon lights, your switches, and the cables that connect them. Now, insulating shooters from hot shotgun barrels is actually a really old idea, but it's still an important idea, and it might be a little bit more important than you've realized. Now, you can get burned by a 1-second exposure to metal that is at 158 degrees Fahrenheit. That might not sound like a lot, but you can get the hottest portion of your barrel even hotter than that with just the ammunition that is in and on the gun. So that's a full mag tube around in the chamber and the ammunition that you're carrying in your shell carrier. So no matter really who you are or what you're doing, even if you're just shooting at the range, you can potentially be exposing yourself to a really, really hot metal surface that can burn you. If you're shooting a lot, the barrel of the shotgun can get even hotter. In some of our testing, we've seen that a 75-round training session can get the hottest portion of your barrel up to 260 degrees Fahrenheit. Now that will burn you very bad in much less than 1 second. To counteract that, we really designed everything about our heat shield to protect you from the heat. The first thing that we did is we made sure that it does not touch the barrel or the operating components at any place on any of our models. And this is really important because the most efficient way for that thermal energy to transfer from the hot barrel to the heat shield is through conduction, if it's actually physically touching it. So because we're not touching it, the next thing that we have to deal with is convection, where the barrel heats up the air around it, that air rises and passes through the heat shield. But as you can see, the heat shield is very thoroughly ventilated. So there isn't really any time or very significant surface area for that hot air to pass thermal energy over to the heat shield. And the last thing that we did is we manufactured it out of an insulative material. So this is made of nylon. It has a lot of really great benefits for manufacturing and for durability, but it's also insulative. So if part of this heat shield gets hot, so say for example the underside that's closest to the barrel, that heat will not transfer very efficiently up to the top where it can burn you. It's also a really durable material, and you have to get it extremely hot, in excess of 300 degrees, for it to start to deform. So contrast this material with something like aluminum, like you would have on like an AR-15 rail. If you've shot an AR very much, you know that after just a mag or two, that entire rail gets very hot very, very quickly. With this, or for example with a polymer forend on your carbine, that heat is much more localized and it takes a lot longer to heat up. All of this combined works so well that a team of 6 of us here at Langdon Tactical shot 800 rounds each through 4 shotguns in Arizona in the summer in the span of 3 hours. And after 800 rounds each through all of those shotguns, we could hold them all over the barrel just like that with an ungloved hand. The second feature that we designed into the LTT Heat Shield is our Modular Switch Mounting system. So what this allows you to do is mount a lot of your very popular switches that are on the market on either side of the shotgun in a way that suits the way that you like to shoot without having to utilize a substandard attachment method like an adhesive or a wood screw or zip ties or rubber bands. The modular switch mounts are currently available for the Surefire SR07 and CSM switches, your Streamlight switches, and the ModLite Mod Button Light switch. These interface with an extremely robust tongue and groove interface on the side of the heat shield and is currently available on our Beretta heat shield only. However, keep an eye out for it on future models. Now, in our opinion, the most exciting feature of our new LTT heat shields is the patent-pending Labyrinth Cable Management technology, which is this texture you see on the top of the heat shield. We developed Labyrinth during this project as a way to manage the wire as it connects from the weapon light to your switch. Now, in the past, what a lot of people have had to do is use tape or zip ties or creative routing methods, all with varying degrees of success. With any Labyrinth product, what you can do is take the wire from your switch and just with your fingers press it into the texture in any configuration that you want. Now, this is easy enough to do just with your hands, but also holds the wire firmly enough that it will not come loose under recoil. All of our LTT heat shields are coming with Labyrinth on it, and keep an eye out for more Labyrinth products in the future. Even with your LTT heat shield installed and the lights and switches configured, you do not have to remove the heat shield to be able to take out the barrel and service the action of the shotgun. You can still remove the barrel, clean your bolt, clean your carrier, do all of that standard maintenance with this still installed. The only time that you're going to have to remove the heat shield is to service your gas system, which we recommend every 1,000 rounds, assuming you're using high quality ammunition. The LTT heat shield is available now for the Beretta Patrol forend on the 1301 and the A300. Versions for the Midwest Rail and for the Zukov forend are coming soon.